السلام عليكم، جيسبر راكم ملاح. معكم نجيب مرة أخرى. هذه المرة كيف انترفيو جديدة مع شخص جديد. هذه المرة ان رياليزاتور اللي درت لكم ريكومونداسيون لا ديرنيير فوا عليه. اي كونتاكتينا اكسبتا لانفيتاسيون تاعنا، واليوم ان شاء الله نهضروا على هذا الفيلم دوري اللي ريكومونديتو. اكشلي درت زوج لي فيديو عليه. ايا جبتو نحكوا عليه. Hello Damian, it's a pleasure to have you here today.
Hello, Nadjib. Nice to meet you. I'm very happy to be here in your
Thank
podcast with actually people. This is my first time in Africa podcast.
Thank you so much. I'm thrilled to dive into some interesting topics today to learn more about your creative process. So let's start with a simple question. Can you share with us the story of how your journey started in cinema? What's sparked your interest in the cinema and the horror genre?
Well, I started to play with my toys when I was a kid, 8, 9 years old, playing with my toys, thinking I'm making movies. Even uh, since I was a child, I grew up drawing comic books, and the comic are based on what I saw in the TV. I mean, when I watch a horror movie, I make that horror movie in a comic. So I grew up thinking of dreaming to be a director. But it was as a child's play. I mean, it's a play. But when I grow up, I study comic drawing. Then I decided to start to study um, to make movies, and the horror genre was the horror that I love all my life. So I started to make my own short movies to practice, and I couldn't avoid it. I started to write horror shorts, and one short made me give me more energy to make another, and more ambitious. Uh, and then I became a horror filmmaker. It wasn't so easy. It wasn't so easy, but I guess playing as a kid, dreaming to be a director with my toys, are my first step to imagine it could happen, and it happened.
So, how you would you personally describe your style of horror filmmaking? For example, are there any specific elements or theme that you feel define your approach of the genre? Grief, for example, family.
I don't know, because uh, there's a lot of black humor in my filmography. Even I made a movie, a comedy, a black humor comedy before Terrifier, which I love the comedy. But if you see, whenever lurks is a tragedy, there's there's no comedy, just a couple of things. And I guess my style is trying to make something fresh in the genre. I don't refuse to. I don't try to avoid to be explicit. Not non-polite. Have a lot of black humor. The rhythm of my movies, I guess, are with pushing all the time new scenes, a new situation all the time. I'm not a contemplative movie filmmaker, I guess. But if I what I want to be probably is to make fresh stories in the horror movie genre.
Actually, let's speak about Terrified. It's a unique blend between supernatural suspense and vascular scars. What inspired the concept of Terrified, and how did you develop the initial idea of the film?
Uh, well, the first step for to do that movie was my short movie called um, uh, is in Spanish is tienen miedo is they are afraid. I made that short movie in 20, 2002, so more than 20 years ago. Incredible. Um, One night, my real life, I woke up and I had this feeling that something was walking through my room in the middle of the night. So, so that feeling inspired me to write, to make that short movie 20 years ago. But a couple of years after that short movie, uh, a friend of mine asked me to write for him a script, a horror movie with a couple of characters and a couple of houses. And I took that short movie and expanded. So what could inspire me to do that movie? I really don't know, but in that moment I thought it was really necessary a movie like Poltergeist in my country. So I I I had the decision to make something paranormal, and I took that original short movie and trying to expand as an thriller, supernatural thriller. Um, but I took a couple of separate ideas and enjoying it in that movie, and it makes sense. But I don't know. It wasn't something specific that inspired me. It's just a couple of ideas and the original short movie, and probably yes, Poltergeist movie, which I'm a big fan of that movie. Yeah, I think came from there.
Actually, that movie, Terrified, blends horror and suspense in a unique way, as I said before. Can you talk about your approach and the realistic choices, stylistic, sorry, choices that you made to create such an intense atmosphere?
Well, it's weird for me uh, because I all the time trying to make uh, plausible dialogue with plausible characters, plausible scenes, which means if I'm not transmitting, I'm not sharing something that in which you really believe, I will fail. That means my first priority is to be real, to be uh,
Believable.
starting, yeah, starting with the dialogue, starting with the reaction of the characters, with the actors. Uh, but sometimes something came in my mind and saying, yes, this is okay. This is how we react in Argentina. This is how we speak in Argentina. Even it's too different in Spain. It's too different in Mexico, which they are Spanish language speakers. Uh, is how I believe, how I live down. The point is, the movie was a big success around the world, which means in some way that of plausibility touch in other cultures. I don't know why. I don't know why you are in Africa and me in South America are talking about the realism of this movie, because it's a really Argentinian movie. It's really how we live now. But I guess the what is flowing is this idea that I bring from the beginning, that make this plausible, do not be ridiculous, do not, if I cannot explain the myth, I won't explain myth, because I know the audience need more explanation, I'm pretty sure. But all the explanation around the world and the movies are ridiculous. So all the time, if the investigator have fear, if the police have fear, this is real. This is what is going to happen. And I guess in real life, I guess the first step that I did was the correct, to trying to connect the audience with the situation that happens and the drama, and involve the audience. When I wrote the movie, I all the time trying to involve the audience to participate in the investigation. Do not make all over explain. Trying to find in the script the way to connect the ideas, or to connect the time lapse to the audience. I guess it was one of the goal of Terrify from the beginning, from when I saw the movie.
Actually, there is one scene that I remember that it shook me. It's the underbed scene. Everyone in this world have has that dream, or afraid about a person or something under his bed. I think that's a great scene. Following the release of the movie Smile, actually an American movie, a lot of people and viewers drew some similarities between your movie Terrified and the Smile movie by Peter Finn, uh, especially the head twist scene in your movie Terrified. What was your reaction after watching that scene, or after watching that movie?
Well, I didn't see the movie yet. I saw the scene because I was in the trailer, and everyone is saying the same. They stole you. They stole you. And well, it's okay. A couple of big boys in Hollywood told me Terrify inspired a lot of big movies that they are playing in the States, filmmakers, I mean, which is incredible, because I'm from Argentina. I'm an independent director. It's not easy to get that. So I prefer to inspire a guy, a director who made a big success in the world, from Argentina, making a low cost, low budget movie that did not do it. So I took that more, even if the audience recognized that inspiration. I'm very proud. At the end, I'm not furious if that happened real. I'm surprised more of that.
Interesting. Actually, a lot of most of your movies uh, portrayed or have some characters, some creepy kids is something that intrigued a lot of people. Why you like featuring creepy or evil children in your movies? What is the symbolism and the meaning behind it?
That's true. Well, um, I'm trying to think about the scripts. I mean, when you are a filmmaker, you have a you. I mean, even me, I'm a writer, and I have a I don't know 8 scripts that they are roaming during a lot of years. Even now, I'm working on a script that I wrote. I don't know before Terrifier, and but in the rest of the script there are no kids. Probably the the movie that I could get to make had kids. But I won't deny I love to kill them. I love to make hurt. Probably something taboo in
Yeah.
there to to cross the limits. But I am a filmmaker who love to cross the limits, who love to play with this taboo. And for me, the kids are an element. I won't be respectful for the kids. I won't be respectful for anything. And when you gonna be my movies, you must know everything to happen. More if I grow. What I'm trying to explain is, I'm a horror filmmaker. I had the chance, I had the luck, by the moment, to be an independent filmmaker, which means I'm still keeping the freedom to make this kind of thing. If you have the luck to watch Whenever Lurks, or the audience have the luck to watch Whenever Lurks, you're gonna realize why I'm talking. To be a freedom filmmaker, to have freedom with a movie that have a big success, a commercial success. It's weird. It's not used to happen. You probably, when you go to theater to watch a Hollywood movie, you want to know all the kids gonna be alive and happy ending. But I'm a horror filmmaker, so you have to be prepared and hold on. Everything could happen in my movie. Nobody careful.
Before we dive deep into your creative process of making your latest movie, When Evil Lurks, uh, what were some of the most significant challenges that you encountered while creating When Evil Lurks? Second, how you did came up with the idea of that demon and the lore behind it.
Well, the big challenge in the movie was, when we left, was to make the sequence, the dog sequence,
Mm-hmm.
because I try all the time to do not use CGI dog animals, and I studied the way to shoot it. I did to obsess to participate a dog which is not easy to train with this breed of dog. And I guess it was my big challenge in the movie, but it was a lot of big challenge in the movie. And the lore and the mythology of the movie I invented after see what's happened in Argentina with pesticides. You know, we have a big land with soya plantation and all the big powerful people who have this land use pesticide, pesticides which are not allowed in other countries, just here in Argentina, contaminating everything and keep people. The workers who lives in those fields are poor people, and those poor people grow up with cancer, and but nobody care because the real owner of those land, rich people. Nobody gonna tell to the police, oh, the news are they are not spreading. So I thought, what about instead of family with a guy with an illness in there, I thought to have a demon. What happened if poor people in the middle of the nothing lives with the demon, with the possessed? Um, that is when came to me the idea of this rodent guy trying to make something without religion, not too much verbal, not too much with words or in his head, is in the flesh. I thought the idea to, okay, we need to make something rodent, something is growing inside of him. And that was the inspiration to make the rodent, to start the mythology, because I decided to kill the religion in this movie. The religion cannot do anything with this guy. You need in some way, we need somebody to know how to stop him. And this guy died. That's the problem. And so starting with that, I start to create the mythology, what could happen. And I don't know, the process when I work is, I know what is the mechanism. I used to unite a couple of situations, but I don't know where I'm going when I write. I have a blank page with a couple of scenes and nothing more. So I start to write and write and write. And if I keep sitting writing, it's because the script is good. If I forgot the script, I don't want to write, it's because there's nothing in this script that have a value.
Had some correct me if I'm wrong. You had some collaboration with Shudder. It's known for its dedication to the horror genre. How does working with the platform that is dedicated to the genre or the horror genre influence your creative freedom as a filmmaker?
Oh, well, it was great. But in this experience, the Terrified are in their platform, which has a big success there, and they trust on me from the beginning, which means I share the script to them, and they allow to everything. They say anything about the script. I have a lot of fear because the script is too brutal. They give me the freedom and the support all the time, from the beginning. So they are the perfect partner for this movie, and I'm very happy to work with them because of what I said, the freedom that they gave me and the trust on me. They have, they were great, and even when I delivered the movie to them, they watched it and said, "Okay, this is gonna be the Halloween movie for us." which means a big, 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 because they are the horror ODD. But yes, I would love to work with them again.
Before talking about the success of When Evil Lurks, we heard that there has been interest from American studios in remaking your movie, and that you got praised by James Cameron about your movie When Evil Lurks. What is mean for you or for your work as a filmmaker? Do you think it's a good idea to make or to remake your movie Terrified or When Evil Lurks in English? And what is your point of view on remaking non-American horror movies like yours? For example, there will be a remake of a Danish horror movie, an excellent movie called Speak No Evil, this year in Hollywood. What do you think?
Well, I've been involved in Terrified remake years ago, which stopped it. And even we have received an offer from the studio for When Evil Lurks to make a franchise. I don't know. By one hand, it's a big chance to share the movie to all the world for real. I mean, what happened with When Evil Lurks is too weird for an Argentinian movie in Spanish. It's subtitled. Terrified is well known by the horror fans, the horror audience. But the difference between horror audience and all the world is too different. It's another. I mean, when you have a Hollywood movie and they have distribution around all the world, it's not only for horror fans, it's for all the people. And looking by that way, I like the idea. I like the idea to share this movie for real for all audiences around the world, obviously. But if you ask me about it, it's really necessary for the story. It's not necessary. I mean, I prefer to take the original movie and share around the world with everyone, but it won't result because it's a Spanish movie. You know, they need to have an English version. And what I would love is to get the respect for the original universe, if that happens. But you know, sometimes, or probably all the time, the new versions are really different from the original, and it's not easy to find a better new version than the original. It's not easy, and this is a dare that I give to you, Nadjib. Trying to find in the future, not today, make a post. Where are the new version of remake better than the original?
It's so rare, yeah.
Probably you're gonna find 5, 4. I don't know. And this is a risk, but as I told you before, probably it's better. The movie is still living with new audience, with new actor. I don't know. Even I'm not audience for remake. More for the classics. I mean, I'm a big fan of Robocop, big fan of Porter, Pet Sematary, big fan of it. But I didn't see the remakes.
Actually, there will be a remake of Salem's Out. Actually,
Big fan of
this year,
Blood.
yeah.
And I don't know if I'm going to. I have a tattoo of Jason Borges in my arm, and I don't see the. I didn't see the new Friday 13.
Mm.
Something in the emotional connection with those movies when I was a teenager, I prefer to keep on that. I don't want to watch movie that make me feel happy in the past. Now I'm thinking I will hate that. But it's just me. There's a lot of new audience. The audience is all the time be new. All the time new teenagers are coming in the horror genre and they need the reboot, they need the remake. That's why all the time they're making the same movie, same movie. Well, it necessary? Probably yeah. I like it? Probably no. You gonna make one of that? I guess no. If I need, probably yeah. But I am trying to do not need.
Maybe and after like 20 years or 30 years, it will be a good idea. We don't know. Speaking
I don't know.
of a sequel or prequel, why people are so obsessed with that? Not just that, with the idea of a shared universe between when Evil Lurks and Terrified.
It's weird. But they are used to see when it has a success, they know it more is coming, or they are used to see series Netflix which expand all the world.
Mm.
Um, I don't know, but this behavior is new for me. People connecting my previous movie with this the last one, ask me all the time, make a sequel, make a prequel. I want to know more, which is good because it works. Movie works. Movie like to it. Um, so that's why they are asking for more. But yeah, they're I don't know what, but they are trying all the time to connect. Terrified with whenever learn. Okay, it's the same director. We share one actor, and the style probably you don't. You have some elements but it's other universe.
So, Damien, is it easy to make an indie movie right now in Argentina? What unique elements or stories do you believe characterize this existing area or era of Argentinian cinema?
No, it's too difficult to explain or too difficult to answer this question. It is no easy now to make a movie here because the extreme right rise in the government and they cut everything, the culture, funds,
After
which
the election of the new president, right?
yeah. The new president he is in the power since 15 days ago. They are trying to destroy everything. More the culture. We have a big institute here of cinema. They are destroying it, so it's gonna be hard to make an independent movie. So probably the people who want to work for making movie gonna need to wait to make a OTT movie. I mean Netflix, Amazon, which they are not indie movies. And if you want to make your with your own money. We have another problem, which is the inflation that we have right now is a hyperinflation. So it's not easy to budgeting now a movie because we don't know what is the cost we're gonna have in 2 months. So the point is, it's gonna exist movies, yes, absolutely, because filmmakers need to make movie for, I don't know, to live, to because they are artists. The problem the quality of that movie that going to happen in the future, at least for the next year. And what elements? Well, I don't know. I could talk about the horror
Genre, yeah.
filmmakers, which means we don't have a real element that make all similar. We grow up, I mean, our generation, I have 44, but the filmmaker, the genre filmmaker have my same age. They grow up as me in the 80s and the 90s, watching the Hollywood movies, Spielberg, Zemeckis, you know, all the blockbuster of my age, which means we have a style similar to to the to the Hollywood ideas, and two different. I don't know what is going to happen in with the new generation of filmmakers. I mean, 20 years old. I wait for that. I wait for new ideas. But something that can I say is the we are two different. We have a extreme different ideas, each filmmaker, and styles and aesthetics, which is good. I mean, if you have one style of horror cinema, that's happened with Japan. You know, in Japan, you after 5 6 years, you all the time watching ghost movies with long hair in the head. So it reduced the success because it bored me that. And I guess in South America we have a lot of different, which is good.
Good luck for the rest of the career, Damian. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. It was a pleasure to have you here. If you want to, a last message for the fans of horror, or just a last word.
Well, first of all, I'm say welcome to my movies, and I wish to continue to create movie for you, for your audience, and for African audience, Australian audience. This is my first time in Australia podcast, which is incredible. I hope to meet people, to meet the country in the future. So keep watching my movies. Don't forget.